it's Alex Emil. With me I have Zach.
That's me.
Sarah. Sarah, you're supposed to say something so they know.
Oh, hi.
And Brian.
Hey everybody.
So we're going to talk about our favorite video games of all time ever.
Is that what we're starting with?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where we're going.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Done.
This is your favorite video game ever, forever.
It's the pinnacle. It can't be
It's
topped.
best or
Bestest game.
So, which Animal Crossing did you start with?
I started playing the original on the GameCube.
Okay.
And funny
Then
story.
you imported the Japanese N64 one.
No, I didn't have
And
that.
never talked to anyone ever again.
Well, here's the thing: is I didn't actually own the first game for a while. My friend did, but the way that it worked on the GameCube is it would load from the disc once when you booted it up, and then never have to read from the disc at all. So I would borrow it from my friend, load it up, and give him the disc back, and then just never turn the system off.
I
And
didn't
I'd play
even
it
know
for days and days and days.
That's one, that's disgusting. And two, I didn't even know that. So, Animal Crossing 1. Animal Crossing, whatever the
Animal
one.
Crossing.
The one after
That's
that,
it,
which was
no.
the DS one.
Yeah, GameCube.
The only other one I played after that, I played one on a handheld with like the rolling pin action. I didn't really like that, but the one on the 3DS.
Yeah, which
Is my current.
you have the Animal
New
Crossing.
And you
3DS
actually have
right here.
the-
New Leaf.
I have the Animal Crossing
It's the Animal
3DS as well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And it's your favorite game, right?
Well, no, but but you know what? This is your time to shine, so I'm not going to judge. So, what is the best Animal Crossing, or is it just like is there one timeline that
It's
is
really
all Animal
all the
Crossing?
same game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to admit though that the content in New Leaf seems newer.
It seems fresh and new.
Fresh.
Is that
No,
why it's
I-
called New Leaf?
Yeah, I like
That's
I
what
like
the
New
name
Leaf a
Makes
lot.
sense.
Has
Makes
anyone
sense.
else played Animal
I
Crossing?
have not. I played Animal Crossing, but I have not
I
played New
played
Leaf.
it.
All right, so we don't have to listen to them for the rest of the discussion.
This is actually just all
They
about Animal
haven't
Crossing.
played.
I'll
the
start-
best
I'll start
game.
Well, according to him, this is the only best game, so
It is.
it
The
doesn't
be-
matter what we have to say.
And that's what best means.
The bestest
It is
game.
the penultimate superlative behind bestest.
Yeah.
I like that vocabulary there.
So New
Yeah.
Leaf is the bestest best game.
Yes.
Okay, so
and
that's better than the
just
original.
before that would be the original.
Okay. You lost me at Animal
No.
Crossing, but I'm trying to keep up here. So I like New Leaf. I like Animal Crossing. What makes it the best game? Why do you like just running around with a dude as horns?
You could also be a girl.
You could also be a girl. So
That was it.
that's the whole. That's the crux of the
all it
entire
was,
argument. Is just like there's a girl character.
See,
And you can have 4 different people on your GameCube memory card, and you can never interact with them.
exactly.
You can go to other people's towns, but never actually play with other players
Animal
until later
Crossing,
games in the series.
It taps into a
Primal need to find fossils.
yes, but beyond that, most games are grounded in conflict. This surpasses that by not having any conflict.
It is actually there is a conflict, and that's being horribly enslaved to debt and having to pay a mortgage.
Somewhat, I like
that
New
always keeps going up.
I like New Leaf because you're not necessarily paying a debt. Is you're paying for stuff that you want.
You are slowly
But
getting
haven't
closer to a
necessarily.
statue of yourself. That is what you're actually doing. Did you pay the full debt?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm now working on remodeling the exterior of my house, which is the ultimate goal.
The foundation of this conversation frightens me. No, I like Animal Crossing. It's fun. I played it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, this is.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed my life in like Piratesville or whatever the hell I named my stupid village, and then I kind of moved on with my life. Sarah, save me. Is there a video game that's better than Animal Crossing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's your favorite video
Bioshock.
game? Bioshock. Original or Infinite?
Ooh.
There are like 3 Bioshocks.
I know.
Now I haven't played any of them, so should I close my ears so we won't spoil?
We won't spoil
No,
it. We
I-
won't spoil
we
it for
won't.
you.
Okay.
We'll
But,
dance
like
around
it's one of those
it.
games I like.
We won't spoil it.
I actually haven't played the second one because I heard it wasn't worth playing.
It's okay.
Like you didn't need to.
It won't detract
I
you
don't
from
know
playing
if I can
Infinite, yeah.
pick between
One
Bioshock
Infinite?
Infinite and Bioshock proper.
the first one. Yeah.
They are, they're connected thematically in a lot of really interesting ways.
I like the steampunkiness, and I like the darkness of the first one.
Mm-hmm. I like that more.
You can
I think.
Right.
increase the brightness on your screen.
Yeah. You get it's a dial.
I'm talking about thematic darkness, not literal darkness.
Yeah. No, So the second Bioshock, just to get that out of the
Right,
way, I've played it. Am I the only one who has played Bioshock 2?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So like that game's totally okay. It plays better than the first one.
Well, I wasn't saying that it was bad. I just heard it was
But it was
different.
but it's not worth
not
playing.
in the main.
Yeah, it's they have the whole big sister thing and female big daddies essentially, and
Oh.
that's kind of like what they're pulling on, and they lose esteem.
Female daddy. Isn't that a mommy?
Big mommies. We can call them big mommies. Big sister isn't enough of a hot button word.
Sometimes they're referred to as big mothers.
Big mothers. Sometimes truckers as well. No,
I think I'd
No.
like this game.
It's all right.
More than Animal Crossing.
No, not even.
That's not something that's on the table for discussion here.
That's already been established.
So, the first one, second one, you like the darkness of the first one.
Yeah, maybe I like the first one better.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you play Bioshock? When it came out? Because I
No.
played it a while after.
I played a couple years ago.
Okay.
Probably like 3 years ago.
Around
So-
close to when Infinite was coming out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it wasn't, and actually the first time I played it, I had to stop playing it, because I got stuck. Like I accidentally threw my gun or something into a locked room. Yeah,
well,
it was.
It's a dark place. It's literally.
So I had to restart it.
Yeah, the first one I think I like the first one better, just because there's a lot of mystery to it.
Right,
You go to
right.
Rapture and it's gone. It's like this place
Right,
is
you
not
have
what it
no
used to be.
idea what's.
And then you go to Columbia and that place is still beautiful and super racist and
Right.
weird and you don't really know what's going on. But it's easier to follow like a through line with the first Bioshock. You can keep up with what happened and why it happened.
Right.
I feel. Without like kind of spoiling it, what did you think of that final act of the game where
For which one?
for Bioshock 1, where it throws that twist at you and all of a sudden everything is different and changed?
It didn't hit me as much as the one for Infinite, actually.
Okay, yeah, well, I mean, that one's insane.
Yeah. But it definitely put a spin on everything, and it makes me want to replay it because
Yeah.
I haven't replayed it. It's like watching a movie where you get a twist at the end, and it makes you completely rethink everything.
Like The Village.
I haven't seen that.
It's not a good movie.
Okay.
I'll let you two know, since you haven't seen it. It's not a good movie. No, that's good. Another thing, like after you play Infinite, going and playing the original Bioshock is like a different experience.
Oh.
And it's weirdly more powerful. And there's the DLC for Infinite that lets you go to
Right. I
Rapture.
need to play that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
That's on my hit list. All right, Brian.
How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Are we still on our favorite game, or are we still trying to top the greatest game? I have answers for. I have.
Attempting to get Animal Crossing down from its pedestal is pretty much impossible. I can say.
Right.
Can't be done.
Yeah.
So let's just throw stuff at it and see if
Yeah.
we can knock something off.
My favorite games, I'd have to be. It's close between Fire Emblem and the Paper Mario series for me.
See, you're
knew that.
preaching to me right now.
There you go.
I love both of those things.
Yeah, between 64, Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, Super Paper Mario changed things around. I have not played Sticker Star, but between those first three, they just were sort of all solid games. I did not play through all of Super Mario RPG for the SNES,
Yeah.
but it's just been heralded, and I've played around with it and had some really good ideas. I want them, whoever Intelligent Systems might take that game and remold it for the future. They haven't really got, they don't want to do the same exact thing,
Yeah.
but Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, and Super Paper Mario have just stepped it up from that mold. And then Fire Emblem, I'm just so glad that Nintendo actually brought that over with Fire Emblem 7 with
Yeah.
it was Elwood, Hector, and Lynn,
Yeah.
and had just a great tutorial mode, brought everyone into the experience with it, and I've just enjoyed everyone since then.
Yeah, it's weird because Fire Emblem was basically my first tactics game. I
Yeah.
dabbled with like Tactics Battle Ogre for the
Oh, yeah,
64,
yeah.
which was like my brother ordered. Yeah, it's not very good.
Doesn't.
I was 7 or something at the time. I was like, who are these people? Are they Japanese? I
Yeah.
guess.
Would you say that game was more of like an RTS, like a StarCraft or an Age of Empires, or was it turn-based?
It was like a-
grid-based.
It was a little bit of both. It was more like
Okay.
Civilization. It's like zoomed out.
Gotcha.
And it's
Civ 2 was my childhood. So many hours in Civ 2.
we could spend a long time talking about Civilization 5. That's kind of like my jam. But before we go deep on Fire Emblem, because I do want to go deep on Fire Emblem.
Okay.
Let's roll back to Paper Mario. What is the best Paper Mario game? I'm not talking about what you think is the best. I'm talking about objectively. No, I'm just
Objectively, it's not. Well, I would say that although Paper Mario is really good, it's not better than Thousand Year Door or the first one. I'd have to really play them both again. I have to go for nostalgia and say the first one, because the first one just introduced, just like with Fire Emblem before that, it was one of the later RPGs on the 64, and since then 64 did not have any RPGs for that much, it was just nice, a breath of fresh air just to get that experience, just open up the world and just frame it as in a 3D world with 2D characters. It was just so well done. The story was great, your companions were awesome, and each different world was amazing.
Yeah, it's different with Paper Mario 2 because they have the presentation of everyone's made of paper, that's cute and adorable, and I love this, but then they work it in such weird ways, like you fall down a pit and you like glide.
Exactly, you just float down like a feather.
And when people blow up, they like rip into different pieces of paper, like in A Thousand Year Door. And they play that aspect up really well, so beyond just aesthetically, it's like, oh, this looks great because it's so simple. It's actually like they play into it as well. They make it a mechanic. In Paper Mario: A Thousand Year Door, you can fold into a paper airplane and fly.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's like, oh, this is so silly and awesome.
Oh, I didn't mention that Thousand Year Door introduced you to your battlefield was the stage, and people were watching you, and that I forgot that aspect of the game. Oh my goodness.
And they haven't revisited that since. And so Paper Mario: A Thousand Year Door is my favorite out of them. It is also one of my favorite games of all time. And yeah, I just love it. I think that's kind of the pinnacle of that series, although I do really appreciate what Super Paper Mario did and making it like a side-scrolling action game. But yeah, Paper Mario: A Thousand Year Door.
I think they could do some really good things. I mean, with the Wii U out already, they can do a lot of good things with the touchscreen.
Oh yeah, totally.
On the gamepad. If they have another Super Paper Mario game coming out, hopefully. I would hope so, they revisit that.
You know, I did play like a little bit of Sticker Star, and I have it, and I haven't gone back to it, but there's no like progress. It's like a world map where you go through like 1-1, 1-2, and you're like, why are they doing this to all the Mario games? And then you just feel hollow and empty while you play it. But you know, that's great and all. So hopefully they'll change it up for the next Paper Mario. As for me, have any of you played a little game called Persona 4 Golden?
Not Golden, but I played Persona 4.
Okay, that counts. Sarah?
No.
I've seen him suffer through some of Persona 4.
I've heard things.
Okay, so
Is that the one where you go to the TV world?
Yes. That's my all-time favorite game.
There you go.
Ever. Because, so I like Japanese role-playing games. I don't know if you've heard of these. JRPGs.
No.
They're like weird. So, I don't know.
Can you give me an example?
Persona 4 Golden.
Oh yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah! No, it is weirdly the aspects of, you know, people compare it to like a dating sim, where you have like a bunch of friends and you're building up relationships.
And you're trying to date all of them.
Well, you can if you're like a sleazeball. I don't do that. You know, you pick a person and then you have a romance.
You court them.
You court them. And you can be with like everyone.
Much like in Fire Emblem.
Yes, in Fire Emblem, which I skipped. So should we?
No, that's okay. We're already falling down the.
Yeah, we have.
We'll get back to Fire Emblem.
Persona is like more of a friendship sim than dating sim, because that just seems like the more appropriate term, because you have like your girls. Oh, I like girls, and I will try to date one of these or all of them if you prefer. And then, but you also have like male friends and other like relationships that develop with characters in that world. And it's a 10-step social link is what they call it. And you get like more intimate with that character and closer friends. And all the while, that means you can get these more powerful monsters for dungeon crawling in this TV world, for this absurd plot that's happening in the background. It is masterfully well done as far as developing characters, making you care about them, and then giving you this team of people, a bunch of misfits kind of working together. And a lot of people compare it to kind of like an anime just done really well as a video game.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
And it is that, but to me, it's so much more. It's like a super intimate experience. I have such good memories of
you're following the protagonist, you're interacting with the world, or the neighborhood, town, your friends around you.
Where did you get Persona 4, the original?
I've beaten it. Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen like the true ending?
Yes.
Okay.
There was a while that I've heard of
The golden
success,
stuff.
the success of 3 and 4, and I was like, well, I enjoy long grinding games where you have dungeons, you go and you level up, and then this is you have both two sides of the same coin, or not two sides of the same coin. You have the
One
role-
side of two coins.
Yes, you have the one aspect where you're in daily life. You go to school. You have they actually ask you like test questions.
Yeah, you have,
and
like,
to-
quizzes and you
have
can
to build-
study and
You have to
stuff.
build your charisma, your intelligence, your strength, and everything. You do go out for sports. You do extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
You go around and
You're a high school kid.
Yes, and the second aspect is you have the
All the
story.
fun of high school.
Yes,
Yeah.
the story element. The best part about high school is going to the Shadow Realm and, and fighting monsters.
was my favorite
I mean,
part.
that was
Fighting
my
the shadows
favorite
of
part.
darkness.
You're like, let's go to Walmart,
So many
climb
memories.
inside this TV, and fight monsters.
Exactly.
This makes so much sense. No, it's one of those things like you put like a magnifying glass to, and it's like, well, this is just stupid. Like this wouldn't happen. Of course not. But it plays into that, and it has fun the entire time. And
Yeah,
it's-
and not everyone will like this sort of game.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but if those that do love it, there's plenty of you can log at least 60, 70 hours
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through the entire story.
Yeah.
So I did 3 and enjoyed the heck out of it.
Persona 3 Fez. Yeah,
I didn't do the extra story where you follow Aegis, I believe.
I guess.
Yeah, because that was the very definition of just grinding
Yeah.
the same thing over and over.
You're grinding to like 5 minutes of story in between.
and then fighting 9 bosses and then you're done. And it's
Yeah.
like I don't have time for that. But I did play 4, and 4 was just as with Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door to the original Paper Mario, it was just a worthy sequel. Where they just expand on so many things, made so many flaws from the first game better in 4, and then just delivered an amazing story and a good supporting cast for everything. It was just very well done. So
Yeah. I agree completely. It is a sequel that actually seems to succeed on all the greatest aspects of the one that came before it. But I think that covers it. I've been Alex for Brian, Sarah, Zach. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys next time.